Are the days numbered for quests like this? Well, there was a pretty big roadmap bit of coverage. Now, we did well to cover as much as possible, but of course, it did open up some thoughts that I haven't had for a long time, and I think same thing for a lot of other players. Is it time? Has it been time for a while? And have people just forgotten about these quests? Like, I don't think I know many people that do these quests. Now, there are people out there that do these quests. Why? Well, they want to get the lower rewards. A lot of them will go and auto-fight some of the lower places like Proving Grounds, maybe ISO Fields. I remember when it was first released, I did a deep dive on that and whether or not it was actually worth it. The Catalyst Vault, that's one other place. I suppose you could say the Gold Pool Daily, and maybe you could say the Apothecary, which I haven't done today, by the way. I need to definitely do that. Whilst recording this video, I need to kind of like auto-fight through it. But the point is, like, these particular modes or quests aren't exactly in keeping with quality of life improvements. I guess the same thing could be said for alliance-based participation, like these 7-day events, and what the Super Daily event established, which, by the way, fantastic, but what it established was something that was quality of life, quick to access, quick to get done, and not as stressful as, say, doing some of the 7-hour... When it was a 7-hour solo event or the 22-hour solo event, I love this, and I love when Kabam kind of do these little improvements. But the big kind of revelation for all of this was, of course, the roadmap. The roadmap that Kabam put towards the end of the live stream covered so much in a very short space of time. And that's what we're kind of focusing the attention of this video on. I still think Radiance is going to be something we're going to hear a lot about when it comes to currency and how that factors into what is the future of in-game currency. I know we've got the competitive... This is tipped as a competitive currency, but there is a good decision, not good decision, a good discussion to be had on whether this should be something very much, replacing loyalty, something to replace glory, something to replace some other currencies. Like, you wouldn't get glory from a fight, from the milestones, the honor milestones, honor awards, or whatever it is. You get Radiance instead. Same thing with when you win a fight. Win a war, that you get Radiance instead of loyalty. And what loyalty and what glory have to everything. I don't know if you could necessarily say incursions and artifacts can be that way, but that's definitely something that needs to be kind of looked into. Alliance War new thing, of course that didn't... It was mixed. It was so mixed. I'm excited for Battlegrounds making improvements, but I'm not quite sure how whitelist and blacklist based updates will serve for that. Now, if I don't want to, because I don't want to see, I cannot stand Enchantress. I just can't. Skill issue, play better, do the prompts. Yep, not going to happen. I've really tried. Can't stand the sight of her, really. Can't stand the sight of going up against her, really can't. There's a couple of the champions like that in the same kind of boat. Onslaught, not so much. I mean, when I get hold of a Bastion and some of the newer champions that are coming in are kind of like, hey, we're Kabam. We've just released this brand new defensive monster. You will get champions to defeat it, but it won't be today, tomorrow, next month. It'll probably be a few months down the line. People will obviously spend excessively to get some of these defenders, and then, of course, learn that they will have counters down the line. But, from a fair eco space, which Kabam say Battlegrounds is fair, it becomes like, really, is it? Is it really those things? But anyway, to create a bit of fairness in Battlegrounds is very important. Little leagues will indeed stop this kind of like big account stomping on little account based situation that we kind of like see so much in Victory Track as players are trying to build, so having their own kind of separate league, which is weird because I thought that's what Victory Track was meant to be in the first instance. And we said it, you've said it as well countlessly when we've done videos. If you had something separate for Victory Track based on a certain, I don't know, roster rank of things, I don't know how Kabam could do it, but it's on Kabam to figure out a way. They seem to have got an understanding of how they want to do it, to have people separated out by roster strength, let's just say, for matchmaking. That's good. And the shuffle signets, I've definitely seen that being a frustration. When I've shuffled and gone, I think it actually happened this season, shuffled and I went, I'm not going to use any. Why am I shuffled these 3 champions? I now don't have a counter for this, and I've had to kind of have the most terriblest of options because I've had nothing available. So good, you know, that needs to be done. That needs to be improved, and I'm glad Kabam are taking it seriously. Fantastic Force recruitment. I definitely want to see how that goes because it definitely does look promising. We'll find out more on the 16th of May, 16th of July. Very busy month this month for stuff. And a new type of side quest will be announced next month as well in going into August. I'm still unhappy about, or not sure how Kabam are doing their auto scaling and how that fairly reflects free to play versus those that are able to spend and create powerful base rosters in the top 30 prestige of the game. Solo raids I think is good for a lot of players to test because it is very expensive to make a mistake in raids, so I'm glad Kabam are indeed doing that. And back to like the main topic of like how we started off the video, the daily quest rework. You know, Kabam was saying starting in August that old daily quests are out, new daily quests are in, but what those will look like, will it be, you know, an amalgamated version, new relevant and rewarding content, repeats and changes daily, Monday through Saturday, with a super version on Sunday, but more details next month. So I guess that's kind of the positive we're all looking forward to. Definitely the Mysterium update, like the store update. And again, like there's nothing really to report on this, except for we all know Mysterium's not in a good place. But it's all gone in a weird direction. Mysterium used to be, you could get 108k, maybe more, of Mysterium, and you're able to then buy a lot of stuff within this store. That's not the case as much nowadays. You used to be able to clear, I'd say, 80% of the store, and they reached a point. It might have gone back. Obviously, it's gone back down now, but you're able to clear a lot more. And the relevancy around the rewards. That's the other thing. I missed in my other kind of coverage yesterday was the relevance, right? Relevant base rewards. You can see them here, like 7-star shards. I like some of the relic stuff that's on offer. It's just, again, volume. Tier 6 basic, Tier 3 alpha, Valiant players, other players in the game. You know exactly what I'm talking about. It needs a buff. Like the amount of Tier 6 basic, Tier 3 alpha volumes need to increase. I hope it increases with the Mysterium store update, which we'll find out. Like, it does seem like next month. I love these little roadmap things. I really enjoyed the live stream today. I think this has probably been my favourite one of Mike and Dave's, where they've brought people in. Shout out to all the Kabam members that went on it and revealed stuff like roadmap stuff. And I know the Kabam ain't perfect, but at least giving us an appetizer for what they're actually doing is a bit more than how it's been. It used to be like you wouldn't get any nuggets of information. The closest thing I could get to a nugget was a chicken nugget from like McDonald's. Anyway, yeah, it was good. It's good to see that there's going to be a weekly Alliance Super event that I rate. Statcast Relics. These are going to be just massively sent out to you next month, or having the opportunity. The shards wise, not sure. Like the dev diary, I'm yet to go through in great detail, but it's the acquisition methods, which I don't think I've been sold on. Yeah, August, 7-star relics. Yeah, can I use my existing relic shards? Since Battlecast lived in the ecosystem for so long, players have widely varying amounts of relic shards hoarded, making it impossible for us to release Statcast into the existing pool without creating a huge imbalance in access. Because of this, Statcast relics will obtain new form of shards and will not be added to existing crystal pools. Yeah, I'm gonna have to read through this fully, but if nothing's standing out to me right now, then I don't know what the acquisition method is and how much will be drip fed them. We'll run an initial alliance event with a mix of rarities along with different crystal bundles. That concerns me. Crystal bundles, I think it's going to be some unit spend elements to it. I really do. That's doesn't give me much hope, but hey, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. The Rebirth event, I think a lot of players are going to scoop some nice amount of rewards from. Doing Arena, Crucible, Act 8 Crucible, yeah, okay, that's... Apart from... No, we might have to do Bear... We have to do Bear mode again? I don't know, like, I can't... We'll have to go... Let's go in the game. Where's Act 8? Act 8... Oh, sorry, the Crucible-based event. Right, so you've got to do Crucible again. I don't mind doing Crucible. I quite like Crucible. I'll do it again. Yeah, okay. But the reunion crystals, nice. Plenty of reunion crystals, please. And the selector pool for some of the new champions, very nice. I think a lot of us are very happy about that. So there's a lot of stuff in the roadmap coming soon. A lot of us can really enjoy. Get behind and support. Let's see what the next month brings with stuff. And of course the excitement around things like Mr. Knight and other ones. What stood out for you in the roadmap coming in next month? Put it in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. Exciting times are ahead. Of course, we have to wait with bated breath that whether or not this is actually going to be good or bad. But it's Kabam. It's either going to be good or bad. Try and be positive. Let's be positive. August should be a good month. July, equally good. Lots on. Very busy times. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye.